So this is Nolan Xavier Wells. He's an 18-year-old young guy that went missing on the 4th of July in Jackson, Mississippi, and on Horns Island. And this is the group of friends that he went missing with. Like, this is so sad. My heart literally goes out to his mom and his family and everyone that has been searching for him, because I just did a story recently about a young black guy another teenager, that was with a group of white kids, where a white lady and her family rescued him because he could not swim. He had on a little life jacket in some lake somewhere, and his friends was making monkey noises. His Caucasian pale-faced friends was making monkey noises, berating him, cracking jokes about how his father was incarcerated, and trying to force him to swim across the lake, that they dropped him off on the other side. He was like, I cannot swim. I'm gonna die. Like, I'm not about to do this to myself. I'm not a great swimmer. They were laughing and taunting him and would not go back to get him. Had it not been for that white family that went and rescued him and allowed him to get on the back of whatever their kayak to swim him to the other side, this could have been his story as well. Black people have got to stop, especially when you have young teenage black boys, because they seem to be the main ones that are like happy-go-lucky with groups of white people being the token black person. Girls do it too, but the guys, boys, young teenage boys are more prone to being hiking on a boat somewhere, in the woods somewhere, on a trail somewhere, and being the only black person. It is not safe. History has proven that it is not safe, and present day is continuing to prove that it is not safe for black people to be the only black person, especially somewhere in nature or on the water with white people. We can't do it. We just cannot. It is very sad, but time and time again, now he's missing, and his friends claim they don't know where he's at. They all made it back, and they had his cell phone, but he just disappeared, and nobody has absolutely no clue. They all dumb, deaf, blind, and mute. Now, look at what his mother posted. This really broke my heart, y'all. It really did. 18 years old, about to be a college athlete, a high school football player. So this is his mom. This is what she posted on her Facebook. This is our Nolan Wells, a.k.a. No, one of the sweetest and kindest souls you could ever meet. He went missing on Horn Island on July 4th. I'm looking for any pics or videos that was taken. Basically during this trip, they said that there were two people there that was the YouTubers, so maybe they were like vlogging or something like that. Hopefully somebody comes forward, but y'all already know how they do. One band, one sound. They gonna stick beside it. They don't care if they seen it go down. All of the things they show us in the movies and the TV shows about how the teenagers be conspiring. Remember that movie Jawbreakers that came out a while ago? They unalived, they killed one of their friends, and everybody took it to the grave. We've seen too many videos of white teenagers killing each other, and everybody taking it to the grave, and eventually it comes out in the wash. This is his parents. That's his mom, and that's his dad. Her name is Christine. Guys, my husband and I are going to have to stop posting for a little bit. We've been up for close to 48 hours now. My body feels like it is shutting down. Please contact the Jackson County Sheriff, and this is where you can contact. If you or somebody you know may know something and y'all see this video, don't hesitate to call that number. Unfortunately, there has been an update. And it says a body was found on the northwest end of Horn Island on Monday morning, according to Jackson County Sheriff, which is today, earlier this morning. Officials said the body was found around 8:45 a.m. by a park ranger. The identity has not been confirmed, but officials have been on the island searching for 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells. Now, it has not been officially confirmed that this is Nolan, but more than likely it probably is. All of the white kids, they all got home safe and sound, and everybody acting like they don't know what happened, but they just so happen to have his cell phone. Please, and this is like my second or third video, do not let your kids, like, I know we want to move out the hood, we want to give our kids a better life, we think that it's better, being in the sticks with a bunch of white people because it makes you feel more affluent, it makes you feel more accomplished. It is not safe to have your children in areas where it's just predominantly white people. We need to be a little more multicultural around here if you are going to go that route. Educate your children on history. Educate your children on things that's been happening present day. Teach them about racism. Teach them about discrimination. Because when you send your kids out there into the wild and they just thinking, oh, they're just my cool friend. No, these people are their ancestors the same way that we are ours. Let that sink in. What y'all think about this? My heart goes out to his family. I could not imagine. Like, he had so much promise. The world didn't even get the opportunity to see what he could do. Sound off in the comments below.
This is happening too often. This is happening to people that are not learning from history. You have to learn from the past. People will say that, oh, we don't need to know what has happened in the past. No, you need to know so that you can plan your future. I mean, this story is very sad to me. I want to say condolence to the family of Nolan Wells. I mean, I have a lot to say, but I want you guys to watch more videos, and when I come back, I hope I will be able to convey my message well and without being emotional. Credit belongs to original creators of every content and the stitches. Guys, I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
I agree 100% that as black parents, we cannot let our black children be in all white spaces unsupervised. Too many of them end up dead, like this young man. I'm going to show you a video right here. But I am also very leery. You know, my children have friends of all type of ethnicities, but my child not going to be the only token black, because I can't honestly, white spaces are not safe. Take a look.
You must live in the world in what it is, not in what it should be. Period, point blank. Now, Nolan Xavier Wells should have been able to hang out with his friends on the 4th of July on a boat, going to an island in Mississippi. But in the world in which it is, you can't let him go on a boat and be the only black child on that fucking boat. I'm sorry. It's hard for, how many times have we seen this? How many times have we seen this situation? Y'all remember that black lady that went to that sleepover, whatever the fuck that was? And I think it was Georgia. And they took that creepy, eerie picture, and then she turned up, you know what I'm saying, dead the next day. Husband worked for like the FBI, some crazy ass shit like that, covered it up. Like, how many times have we seen these situations and instances when the token black motherfucker ends up gone, ends up missing, ends up dead? And y'all continue to do this shit. Like, it's hard for me to find sympathy in this situation. And this is a failure upon his mother. She failed this boy. She failed this boy. Hard, like, I just, like, this is something he should have been taught. This is something he should know as an 18-year-old about to go off into adulthood. His mother should have taught him this. His black mother should have taught him this. But no, because he's an athlete, he hangs around. Bro, you can't do this. I'm sorry. I know we don't like to see color and we like to believe it. You cannot allow your children, your little black children, to be in these. It's one thing if there's a mixed group of friends. Your child, no, you have any black, but you cannot be the only black person in the group. That's just not safe by any means. Sorry, it's not. I don't care how long you know these motherfucking white folks. I don't care how many beers you done chug with them, how many stories you cannot be around, because when push comes to shove, 9 times out of 10, even if they are a quote unquote good white person, when they get around them others, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna stand up for you, they're not gonna defend you, they're not gonna look out for you. When the rubber meets the road, they're gonna fold 9 times out of 10. I'm sorry, that's just how it goes. They can come around us and be the only white person and walk out perfectly fine. We do not get to, we oftentimes are not allowed to go into their spaces and end up, because I guarantee you, 9 times a girl was probably involved, jealousy was involved, all type of shit. But maybe he just got lost out there in the island, he in the woods somewhere, just stranded. Hopefully that's the case, but probably not. Like I just talked about this, where we have to equip our young black boys specifically with how to navigate this shit, how to navigate the world, how to navigate, you know what I'm saying, or quote unquote play the game. You got to be smart, bro. Because we don't get the luxury, unfortunately, of taking L's and half-stepping and bullshit through. You have to be tactical. You have to be precise as a black man. It's just the way of the world. I know it's unfair, but that's just what it is. Because one mistake, and you can end up like this. Trusting the wrong motherfuckers, you'll end up like this. But this right here is just something that was completely avoidable. You know what I'm saying? Like, my son just wanted to go out for 4th of July to some pool party, little girl or whatever. And I was just like, nah, you can't go, bro. It's 4th of July. People, police gonna be out. Drunk drivers and shit like that. I don't need you out there in the streets. Y'all can hang out on another day, on a Saturday, another pool. You just go over there, swim, whatever. Y'all go to the movies. I said, but not today. Not today. I'm not even going out today. And it's just small things like that are the types of things you have to protect your children from. Teach your children how to move. Or else.
He's 1,000% correct. We just have to be vigilant. This is another thing that we as black people, you cannot trust all white folk. And that's just the reality. That's not being prejudiced. That's being cautious and aware, because we don't know the motive of their heart. They might be befriended. They could have been friends to that young man and all along jealous of him because he was a star athlete. He was handsome. He got all the ladies, all the girls. He made good grades. You understand? So, yeah, it's sad. But like he said, we have to live in the world as it is and not how it should be.
Well, here we are again, folks. And you know what I always say, those that do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Y'all remember what happened with this lady up here? This is Tamia Horsford, a 40-year-old mother in Forsyth, Georgia. She went to a sleepover with some football moms in 2018. And the next day she was found dead, face down in the backyard of the very place where they were having the sleepover. And nobody know nothing about what happened. And to this day, there has not been justice in this case. And those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. This young man right here is Nolan Wells, who unfortunately was found deceased just a little while ago. He went out to Horn Island in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, with these guys right here for a July the 4th excursion, and he didn't make it home. These guys brought his phone back to his mother and father, but they did not bring him back. So I say to you once again, because I just made this same video a few weeks ago when the Carmelo Anthony trial was going on, stop putting your kids in these situations where they are in danger. I know you feel like you're doing what's best for them. I know you feel like sending them to the white schools and putting them in these white neighborhoods and white enclaves and having all white friends. I know you feel like you're doing what is best for them, but you are putting your beautiful black babies in danger. Tamia Horsford is gone. Nolan Wells is gone. And nobody know nothing. Nobody knows anything. And his death has been ruled an accidental drowning. But somebody knows something. Somebody knows something. And at the end of the day, we do not learn from history, and it continues to repeat itself. Don't be the token in the group, because tokens get spent. And as you see right here, history keeps on repeating itself until we get smart enough to understand. Stop putting yourself in these dangerous situations. You are in danger.
First thing I'm going to say is I would never leave without the full head count of my friends. That is rule number one. We don't get off no damn island. We don't get onto no boat. We don't do nothing until we have every last person that we came with all in one place. You mean to tell me that no one took account for Nolan Xavier Wells before y'all got back on that boat to go back to the main island? Something's not adding up. 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells was last seen on July 4th with his friends on Horn Island outside of Jackson, Mississippi. He was last seen in blue shorts, sunglasses, and that's it. Nolan's parents are looking for him nonstop. They just want to find their son. Now, the U.S. Coast Guard and the Cajun Navy are looking for Nolan. The Cajun Navy commander said that he was last seen with a teen before he disappeared. They found his phone, but they did not find him. And if this is his friend group, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have that much faith in finding this boy alive. Because like I said before, there's no way in hell I would hop on a boat to go home and not all of my friends are accounted for. Y'all didn't give a fuck about him whatsoever. And there's somebody out there that was part of that friend group that knows what the fuck happened. But everybody's locking the fuck up. Now, I'm trying to keep the faith that this boy's just sitting there lost on this island and, he fell asleep or some shit. But 9 times out of 10, we already know how this shit goes, especially with a friend group like that. My prayers go out to Nolan's mother and father and his family and friends. I hope I come with a better update.
This is the exact reason I tell my kids, friend or no friend, you can't trust anybody. How is it possible for a group of friends to go to Mississippi's Horn Island, but when they come back home, they come back without somebody that they went with? And they're going to say race ain't play a part. You see everybody in this picture right here. Tell me what looks different. Tell me. You had an 18-year-old accomplished football star, Nolan Wells, goes to Mississippi Horns Island with his friends on the 4th of July, and then he turns up missing. Mind you, all of his friends make it home safe. And the person that went with them, Nolan Xavier Wells, he's missing. And nobody has nothing to say about that. You have his so-called friends saying that they don't remember anything. They don't remember seeing what happened to him. Mind you, they have pictures on the boat. Mind you, they have pictures together. But nobody knows what happened to him. Now you got the Coast Guard, sheriff deputies, Marine units, and multiple agencies searching for him right now. They're searching the waters, searching surrounding areas, trying to figure out what happened. They're also saying that the last time he was seen with a team. They're also saying that they found his phone, but they didn't find him. What team do you know right now would leave his phone behind? Tell me that. But you see how all of this sounds? This is why disappearances like this and places like this always leave people questioning. If you spend time looking into missing person cases like this, then you already know what may be the outcome. Do you understand how this young man's parents has to feel? They just want their kid back. We definitely need to spread the word about this. We need some answers. This shit is crazy.
In light of this Nolan and Xavier story, I really want to tell the story. This is for black parents or parents of color who have children in all white spaces. I'm from Michigan, right? And there's this beach everybody goes to. It's called Grand Haven. I probably was 17. There's this thing that Peach people do, right? Racial baiting, racial peer pressure. They will try to peer pressure your children into doing something that is dangerous to them or could potentially harm them. And it will be for their enjoyment. So there's these 3 or 4 black boys. I can't remember the exact number. And then there's these 2, peach girl, peach boy, right? They jumping off the pier, right? These people have boats. These people have been swimming all their lives. Like, it's nothing for them. They've done this plenty of times, I promise you. Me and my best friend, we're just sitting over the pier and we see the black boys, right? And they start talking to them. They're just having a normal conversation, and all of a sudden they're telling them, hey, jump in, jump in. We instantly can tell this is a problem. The black boys are making statements clearly, insinuating that they can't swim. Nah, bro, I ain't jumping in there. That's crazy. How deep is the water? This peach girl and peach boy are saying anything to get them to listen. We're calling them scary and saying, oh, y'all are scared. It is not that deep. Oh, this is easy. And of course it's easy for them, and they know it's not easy for these boys. They know there's a potential that something very bad could happen, but they don't care because they want to see if they're going to jump in. At one point, the peach girl says, I will show you my breasts if you jump in. Me and my friend, we turned to them. We said, y'all better not jump in. Y'all better not jump in. Do they listen? Of course not, because the little girl is shaking her yitties. 2 boys jump in. Do you think they did anything when these boys was fighting for their life? Do you think? They mamas don't even know. They could have almost lost their child that day. Peach girl, peach boy was just cracking up, laughing. Mind you, they can swim. Me and my best friend, we started looking for a little buoy or something that we could throw out there. Like, we were scared. Anyways, they end up catching hold of the little dock or whatever, and they had to learn a harsh lesson. That's that. But the whole point of the story is just to tell you that things like that happen all the time with them. They even do it to each other. I'm telling you this not to say that it's all white people, not to say that they're all bad, but I just want you to know that you need to protect your children. You need to protect them because they do not understand. And if you didn't grow up with a mama like mine, they will succumb to that type of peer pressure. You have to stop letting y'all children live in a state of delusion. You have to let them know the real.
This shit is sad because this could have been any one of our kids. So they found a body this morning on Horn Island in Mississippi. They just confirmed that body belonged to Nolan Xavier Wells. And we got to address the elephant in the room. The people that he was with has to know what happened to him. I don't care what nobody says. You could say it ain't a race thing. You could say the people that was with him didn't have anything to do with it. But the reality to the fact is, there is no way that I believe that his friends didn't know what happened to him. And for the people that don't know what happened, he went missing on the 4th of July. He was with this group of friends on Mississippi's Horn Island. This same group of friends that he was with made it back home safe and acted like they didn't know anything that happened to Nolan. Now let's fast forward. People were saying that the last time they seen him, he was speaking to a girl. Then you have other people saying that there was an argument or fuss going on and he was involved in that argument and fuss. And now his parents are left without a son. His mom posted this on Facebook confirming that her son is indeed not with us anymore. You can read it. None of this shit is making sense. And the reason it's not making sense because it's not supposed to make sense. Because it's not the truth. And this is why you need to be overprotective of your kids. Everybody who's saying they're your friends ain't always your friends. And look at the climate we're in right now. And again, you're going to have people saying that race probably didn't play a part. Look who he was with. And then after you look at that, look at all the racial tension that's going on around America. Nolan Wells could have been any one of our kids. Your kid. My kid. We cannot allow them to sweep this under the rug.
These are Nolan Wells' friends that didn't remember anything, but they remembered to deactivate every single social media account that they have. Them, his girlfriend, their parents, all the accounts deactivated and wiped clean. All of them. Jax, Eric, Wyatt, Warren, Morgan, jail. Jail for everyone. Because they're already circling the wagons. They're already lawyered up. But wait, their parents are doctors, lawyers, and judges. This is the father of one of his friends. And this is the stepmama, Ashley Cole. Court judge for Jackson, George, and Greene counties in the beautiful state of Mississippi has already deactivated her account. Deactivated all the accounts, and they have all unfollowed Nolan. And this is Katie, who is either a friend, close friend, or girlfriend, who is supposedly, allegedly cooperating with authorities.
So, I believe that everybody has spoken well. I mean, the videos you watched, you hear parents saying that it is time for parents to begin to guard their children. We can't stop them from the friends they're going to have, but you can guide them by telling them where and when to go out with people, especially when they are not of the same race. Let me say it again. Especially when they are not of the same race. Because at the long run, if as a parent you're not educating your child, you have to be factual. Black Americans have gone through a lot, and black people generally are going through a lot. And this case happens too oftentimes, and it looks like we know the outcome. We always know what is the situation. But in the long run, when it's found out, you see that the powers that be will protect their people. They will make this story look like it's not true. They just frame up one situation. And this is why I said prevention is better than cure, because that young man is gone. 18 years old. He's a young man. He's gone. And know that the whole scenario, the whole case is very fishy. But we all know where it's going to end. As black people, we know where it's going to end. We're going to be hearing narrative. That's what's going to happen next. And that is why I believe that parents can teach their children to know where and when to go out with people. I mean, even generally with anybody, you're going to a place without the knowledge of people. Let people be aware that I'm going to this place, and even when you're on the whatever vehicle, car, by hair, whatever means you want to use, let it be known that you are going to so place with so people, so that they will know that you have told your family about this journey that you're embarking on with your friends, and they'll be accountable. Oh yes, you'll be accountable, because it's sad. It's not good that this happens every time and looks like it's normal. It's not normal. How can a young man with a very bright future, who's doing well for himself and for his family, and he went out with a group of friends, and you guys came back and you said you can't find him? You went to an island on a boat and you can't find him, and you came back without him, but with his phone And you said that you can find him, you don't know where he is, you don't know that he was not on the boat with you. Who does that? Can someone just tell me? You left someone there and you said you didn't know where he is. So were you guys blind to know that you were four that went, and when you're coming back, you've become three? Something is definitely fishy. And we are also, I'm lending my voice to these, and I'm saying that the police should do a thorough job. Even though we can always say what the outcome is going to be, but let the job be very thorough. Let investigation be done. But what I'm more particular about is the fact that let's prevent this instead of trying to cure what has happened. We can prevent it. And this is for every parent. Please. It starts from when they're younger. You need to let them know that there's some places you can go alone with some certain people at some certain time. You have to let them know that. Oh yes. And it starts from when they're younger, so they know the rules. They know you don't break that rule, because it's painful having, nurture your child and to become a star, a football star, and he's doing very well, and still has a lot of future to him, and this happened. It's very sad. Really, it is. Anyway, guys, I have to go. Thank you. Bye bye.